wild rose. I have to be careful because I feel like I could talk on here for hours upon hours upon hours of my amazing friendship and love for this plant. So the first time that I really came in contact with this plant was when I was living on my friend's land in their tiny house, and we were surrounded by a patch of wild roses all around. And right at the early point of the summer, you could start to see them just barely budding. And then right when it starts to get hot, they just pop their beautiful little tiny pink petals and buds. And we started harvesting them on the land and working with them there. And I had had a relationship with Rose, but not on this deep, profound level of going out there with my little friend who at the time was 2 or 3, and we would sing to the flowers and offer gratitude prayers. And I would go out with Tabor, and we'd always be so excited when we would find a little patch, and we would, share our harvesting with the bees. And we always say, the bees have the first right. If there's a bee on the flower, we don't harvest it. And we always leave some behind for those bees. Now, when we go to harvest them here, there's a lot of different patches out here in the Pacific Northwest. And so we try to go to different stands of the roses, and it's very difficult, right, as you know, because there's the thorns. And one of my experiences is working with this and harvesting this plant is that having permission from her to take them and work with them at the same time, we have to honor her thorns and honor her boundaries. Like some of them you can't get all the way into through the bramble, and there's some that are just naturally supposed to be left, right? She's saying, hey, these are my edges, these are my boundaries, like you can't have all of me. And so that's the signature of the plant. We respectfully move towards that stand and harvest just enough, and then we move on. And so that each plant has that sacred opportunity to tell us yes or no. And when we work with this oil, particularly with this olive oil that I have here, this is just a moment of down-regulating the scent of the roses, the feeling of putting the oil on your own body. It's soothing for a sunburn, it's healing for the heart, and it's just quite divine. I also have the wild rose and the sweet almond, and this is a little bit of a lighter, and I like to use this on my face particularly because when I use this for my face, you can actually put it on your face and help to pull makeup off. You can use it before and after the shower, but as soon as you get your hands on some of the wild rose oil, you won't want to live without it because it's very different than just putting coconut oil or olive oil on your skin. When it's infused with plant medicine, your skin is transdermal, so it receives that bountiful medicine right through your skin. And the rose is so nutrient dense, and it's so lovely for the heart, right? So I like to put it right around my heart space and let my skin just soak it in. It's very, very soothing. And at the same time, it's strong medicine. It's very strong medicine. We think that rose is just a little gentle flower, but she's quite strong and quite fierce. And she goes through all of these stages with the petals and the buds and the thorns and the rose hips in the wintertime. And so I really look to her as a great friend to actually feel into myself with all the cycles of when I need to pull in and host my energy and really draw it in, or when I feel like I can be expressive and emote and shine, or when I feel like, gosh, I really need to put my thorns out and just find my own space and my own boundaries. And then at the same time, as things turn cold and they start to shift and turn, that beautiful red hip comes out. And it's just that time just to remember the beauty inside the darkness, inside those dark times of turning in, of allowing things to kind of coalesce in the medicine that's available there. So I really hope that you enjoy the wild rose. This is also crafted into our lip balm that is just fantastically divine as well. We put this in some of our healing salves. And so, yeah, this is a treasure and this is a treat, and we are so honored and grateful to share it with you.